Hi everybody, welcome to Vanessa's Van Life Journey. How is the Sunshine Squad doing today? Come on in and thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell and the thumbs up. And if you're not following me on my other channel, Life's Lessons with Vanessa, make sure you are watching and following the videos on that channel. I am posting vlogs over there of the van bill twice a day, so make sure you go over there and subscribe so you do not miss out on any of those videos. So today I wanted to come with some tips and tricks on van build. As you guys know, I've been building out my van for over a year. We had a few setbacks on the van builds and some learning curves. So I just wanted to share some tips with you guys to help you in your van build process, and hopefully your process will go a little more seamlessly than mine did. So one of the first tips that I want to give you guys, and the most important tip of this video, is prepping. Prepping is like 95% of the important thing to do. Couldn't think of the word right there, but it's 95% or more important to make sure that you are prepping properly for your van build, because if you don't, you're going to make more work for yourself. Case in point, what I'm doing today, all the sanding that you see me doing is basically because I didn't prep right, or my prepping methods failed. I did prep, but a lot of the prepping that I did, it didn't do no good, because obviously you see me still sanding the wood in the back. So as you guys know, I did an epoxy countertop, and in the back, where the back meets the wall, I should have caulked that before I did the epoxy. But I did do some Bondo, and I bonded the area, but I guess all the areas did not caulk properly. So we had a leakage in the back of the wall, which epoxy went all the way down the wall. And so now, before I paint this part of the wall wasn't painted already. So now before I paint this, I actually have to sand everything down and paint it. And that's because my prepping mechanisms failed, or I didn't prep properly, and in some areas I probably didn't caulk at all. So I just wanted to give you guys that tip. Sometimes it seems like it's very, very, very time consuming in prepping, but it is utterly necessary, especially if you're going to decide to do something in your van like I did, which is epoxy. I haven't seen any other YouTuber do an epoxy countertop in their van, especially pouring an epoxy countertop in their van. So for me, this was a first, and there was no other video out there to really show me how to do that. Even though I did watch a lot of videos on YouTube on pouring countertops in the home, it's pretty much the same thing. And they did prep extremely well. And I must say that I did skip a few steps. I did skip a few steps in that prepping, because I'm like, oh, I'm going to do this. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay. Listen, you guys, it's not going to be okay. The more you prep, even if it's overkill, You are just giving yourself an extra security blanket that you won't have to go back and do extra work. Extra work means extra time, and time is money. Even though I do believe in, if something is not done right and the only thing it's going to take for you to do it over again properly is a little elbow grease, sweat, blood, and tears, I believe in going that extra step to go ahead and do that instead of settling. There are a lot of areas in my van bill that could have went better and even look better. This is a learning curve for me, you guys. I am not a professional van builder. Yes, I did build out a van before, but I'm doing a whole lot more in this van build than I did in Treasure. And so the next go round, hopefully it will go seamless and flawless. I'm not going to say flawless because we all make mistakes. And the point in case is to take those mistakes and make it look good. And at the end of the day, that's all I'm concerned about. I know my van build is going to have flaws. Heck, I almost cut my whole thumb off doing this van build. Thank God that I did not. But my van build is not perfect, you guys. But I am learning. And yes, I am learning the hard way. But as long as we learn, that is all that matters. So right here, you see me going and I'm sanding the lip of my countertop because that's something that I'm doing over. The first time that it was done, I just was accepting it the way it was, knowing that that was not gonna be acceptable, and knowing that I was probably gonna do it over again. It bothered me, knowing that it bothered me. If something bothers you the first time, you guys, when you look at it and you know it's not right and you know you could do it better, do it over right then and there. Especially if it's not going to cost you any extra money and all it's going to cost you is to sand it over, to stain it over, to paint it over. If you have the paint, if you have the sander, the sandpaper, and you have the stain, then go ahead and just do it over. Because if you don't, it's going to nag you, it's going to bother you, and as time goes on, you're going to eventually do it over again. Like yesterday, when I did this the first time, I knew that this did not look good. I knew that it was going to bother me, but I stained it anyway, stood back and looked at it, tried to make myself accept it. And that's what I want to tell you guys. If you have to talk yourself into something, if you have to try to convince yourself that it's going to be okay, it's going to be all right, it's good enough, do it over. Because you're not happy and you're not going to be happy. I am learning to go the extra mile the first time. Don't accept things that are not right the first time, as long as it's within your power to change it. If it's within your power to change it, Vanessa, change it. And it doesn't matter how many times you do it over again, especially if the only thing it cost you is sweat, blood, and tears. I don't really care about how many times I have to do something over, because obviously if I have to do it over, I didn't do it right the first time. And if I want to do it over, then that means I must have learned something from the first time. And life is about learning from your mistakes, especially something like this. I'm a single female woman building out a van, and an elderly woman at that, building out a van, turning it into a beautiful, luxurious, tiny home on wheels. I have to learn from my mistakes. I've never done this before. Am I perfect? No. Am I a contractor? No. Did I go to school to learn to do what I'm doing? No. So guess what? I'm going to make mistakes. And yes, sometimes mistakes cost us. Sometimes mistakes cost us big. But again, if all your mistakes is costing you is time, sweat, blood, and tears, and you can correct that and you can make it better, do it over again. Like the saying goes, and I might not be saying it perfectly, so if you know what the saying goes, how it goes, leave it in the comments bar below. But change the things that you can change, and accept the things that you cannot change. And don't try to talk yourself. I'm going to add this little part. Don't try to talk yourself into accepting things that you can change, that are within your power to change. Stand back and look at it. And if it's not acceptable, and if you do not like it, ask yourself, can I change this? Is it within my power to change this? Because if you don't change it now, 9 times out of 10, you're going to change it down the road. And it's going to end up being more work when you decide to go back and change it down the road. Take the time to prep properly. And also another thing that goes along with prepping is when you're watching or trying to learn something about these van bills, watch as many videos as you can watch. And when you think you've watched enough, watch about 10 or 20 more. Because I can promise you there is something else out there that you missed, something else out there that you could have learned, something else out there that would have been very informative to you. My countertops, I watched a ton of videos on epoxy countertops. Thought I couldn't watch anymore. After I did my countertops, I came across a video with a beautiful epoxy color that I said, oh my goodness, I wish I would have seen this video first, because I would have did my countertops that color, and it would have been easier, and it would have been less mess, and it would have been less problematic. Trust me on this. You cannot watch enough videos on what it is you're trying to learn or what it is you want to do, especially if you are an amateur like myself. Okay? So watch as many videos as you can, you guys. And when you make mistakes, because you will, when you make mistakes, do not beat yourself up about it. Anyway, you guys, I hope these tips were helpful. Let me know in the comments bar below. And thanks for watching. Bye now.